His new friend called it Station 24-7. It was kept alive with their electricity. Pipes funneled away the toxic gas, and there was strange music to put a wag in his tail. It was unlike anything Reggie had ever seen or dreamt possible.
¿Qué chucha? Tiene un Tesla. ¿Eh? ¿Viste, weón? ¿No? Esa mierda es una moho. ¿Viste, weón? ¿Viste, weón? Arena de combate. Ciudad ep3. Ah,
The mole had more wonders to show. This automobile could dig them a path anywhere and fast, even to the Crimson Fort. But it needed to be fed petrol, which the mole said Reggie could get in Station 24-7, but it was not cheap nor easy. No change there then, the king thought. Fighting pits, where the victors were legend and the vanquished were stains on the floor. These arenas were outlawed in his kingdom. When his mole friend said, not easy, he didn't think he'd meant possibly fatal. But it was the only way to get coin for petrol. It was the only way home. This foe was called Mole Mysterio by the crowd.
Oh. 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 Vamos lá.
He wondered what name the crowd would give him if he returned to the arena again. This strange device was a blaster. Molecraft more deadly than most bows. Reggie wondered what the smith would think.
Oh. Oh, carajo.
Blasters make short work of most enemies. The king could get used to this. The fighter they called Macho Mole was a crowd favorite. Many a mole has lost their head to the brutal swing of his axe.
Wow. 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 Nossa.
Victory in the arena felt good. Maybe Reggie could learn to like this. Reggie didn't know what this creature was, but its teeth and claws were as sharp as they were fast. Reggie wondered what this feeling it inspired was. Fear or despair?
muere. No. Pinche, se murió mierda. ¡Qué puta! ¡No!
It was dead, and Reggie could barely believe he'd survived. He hoped this would be the last one he encountered. The pump was working. Time to get this fuel back to Jay for his automobile.
Topomobile.
The king was tired and bruised, but he had the precious petrol. This might be a place of wonder, but it had none of the warmth of home.
Me lleva directo.
Something was wrong. The Crimson Fort was locked down with guards at every door. The king had been away too long.
Vamos, mi nuevo mejor amigo.
The enemy had returned, just as he'd feared, but sooner than he'd have believed. They'd slithered in through a broken pipe in the crypts. His brother and the rat guard had driven them back, for now. His brother Dennis pointed the way. He'd meet them below at the broken pipe. Together, they would end the frog scourge for good. His new mole friend offered to stay and help Comrade Reggie with this fight. If the Rat Kingdom fell, Mole Town would surely follow. A traditional Mole Town burger. It had an unusual texture, but it was hearty fare. He died as he lived, defending rat folk from the scourge of frog kind. The guard captain had truly earned his place, entombed alongside kings.
Oh no.
Dennis was waiting, just as he said he would, and called out to his brother. No doubt that was how they found him so fast. The frog scum. The toxic smoke was too thick to follow. But Reggie's mole friend told him there was hope. In Station 24/7, they sold a breathing device that would let him pass through the smoke unharmed. The king could go in Jay's automobile. Jay would stay and kill any frogs that came this way, or die trying. A strange, toxic world lay ahead. Reggie hoped he was prepared. The king was impressed by his brave mole friend. After the war, he hoped to know him and his strange people better.
Sospechoso. Sospechoso ese topito. 101 topitos. Oye, ahora cuando se parece que es mal.
The arena champion, Hulk Mulligan, was a living legend of Mole Town. His legend might have to live on without him.
Puta, me hace los... Puta, me hace los... Ah, no, no. Hombre.
The arena champion, King Demolition. They cheered. One legend had died, but another had come to take its place.
Itu está bonito. Tupperback.
The Mollberg shield was thick and heavy, crafted from the strongest plate metal. Getting past it would not be easy.
Vamos para abajo.
Heavy shields make for slow targets. Slow targets make easy gold. The device made it hard to breathe, and a battle helm was more comfortable. But this protected him in a different way. From toxic smoke. With this, he would find his brother.
Ya pide cumpleaños.
Too late. Reggie saw from the docks his brother's silhouette on a ship, surrounded by tribal frog soldiers. No sign of their foul leader. He had to get to his brother. Reggie had little trust in shamans. But there was more mystery in this world than his father had taught him. The shaman had gone, but he'd left a key.
A la mierda. Este lo hizo ya. ¿Hizo what?
None had seen a turtle in many seasons. His father claimed he found one here as a boy. But it didn't look old. Reggie was almost 2 after all. Could a turtle reach such an old age?
Grandecito, no,
Grateful to be free, and promising entertaining tales of Reggie's father as a pup, the turtle offered to take them across the river to the foul froglands.
The Froglands. Oh, yo quiero me pura base.
The turtle bid the pair farewell. Reggie asked his friend to stay by the river. This was not his fight. But Jay never abandoned a comrade in need. They were as brothers now, he said.
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my boy!
Reggie had expected something as foul as frog spawn, but the froglands were strangely like home. Apart from the smell, the same pipes that were in Station 24/7 were visible here. This was how the frogs were invading. Jay was furious the engineering that kept moles safe was being used to hurt others. Caged like a common grub. Reggie dreaded to think why the war chief would keep so many captives. This was why the rats had been captured. The war chief had offered them up for the shaman's twisted experiments. The war chief would answer for many crimes this day. The shaman had tried to hide in his workshop. The things he'd made and used on Reggie's kin were here. There was nowhere he could hide. The shaman's cruel experiments were over in a puff of foul green smoke. The war chief's throne room could not be far. He was the one who started this, so it was with a sword in his skull that it must end. What was this evil twist on molecraft? A grotesque monster of creaking gears and steam. The sight of it made Reggie freeze. But Jay's fury could not be held back. The sound of his small friend's body falling lifted the spell. Reggie didn't know what this thing was, only that it would die screaming.
What? Suara. Mira. Sí.
Even in the frog slime and its stench of death, it felt good to be fighting with his brother at his side. No, Reggie wouldn't believe it. Everything the evil frogs had taken from him, his father, his friend, his kingdom. They wouldn't take his brother, and they wouldn't take him.
Eso. Vaya ademas. Ya ahora cosa, puta madre. Siempre es bueno. Venganza.
The war chief was dead, and the kingdom saved. But what did it matter if his brother was
La
gone?
venganza me llena. Te vengué, hermano. Ah, no, está vivo. Puta. Sí, weón. Ve. No sea malo, pero no dejen por esa huevada. Ya, pinche de tu madre.
The rat folk rejoiced to have their king home. They had prepared for Reggie's coronation in the throne room. They had been sure he would return to them. To Reggie, it was a bittersweet victory. He had proved himself, but it came at a cost higher than gold.
me celebra. De que te dio 0 de vida, weón. Oyara. 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 Oyara.
It was the start of a true golden age, free of the scourge of frog spawn. Working with the molefolk below, they built a new kingdom of steam and industry and wonder. But that is, as they say, a tale for another time.
¿Qué acabó? ¿Cuándo más?
The greatest threat was conquered. But Reggie wondered if there were any tasks he'd left unfinished, or foes left undefeated. Now was the time to be sure. A new notice on the quest board. A band of musicians have disappeared after a long night regaling the Crimson Keep with their drinking songs, whether they wanted to be regaled or not. Rex, the band's front rat, would know more.